Right now, Trump's trying to move a budget through Congress that would give tax breaks to billionaires like him at the expense of working families like yours. You heard that right. If Trump's tax bill passes, analysts from Wharton estimate that households earning less than $51,000 a year, which is a third of all households, would actually see their income go down. At the same time, the top 0.1 wealthiest household would get an average boost of $390,000 per year. And if that doesn't seem fair, it's because it isn't. Tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy are at the very core of Trump's budget bill. It cuts the wealthiest 1% of Americans' tax bill by $600 billion, which includes allowing people to pass on up to $30 million worth of inheritance tax-free. And it lets high earners use these itemized deductions called SALT to make it appear that they make $40,000 less than they actually do, which in turn allows them to pay less local taxes. That is a lot of revenue cut out of the federal budget, but we still need tax money to pay for stuff. So how are Trump and congressional Republicans planning on covering the steep costs of these tax cuts for the wealthy? You guessed it, the American taxpayers. Me and you, not the ultra-wealthy. While this bill stuffs money into the pockets of the super rich, it simultaneously strips billions and billions of dollars in funding from Medicaid and food assistance programs. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates that Trump's tax bill will remove access to food assistance from 4 million people and leave another 11 million people without health insurance. It goes without saying that that would be a huge blow to American families. But even with those major cuts to programs like Medicaid, it's still not enough to cover the tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy. According to the CBO, this will still add $2.5 trillion to the national deficit by 2035. That's an unthinkable amount of money. And that, combined with denying millions of people food and healthcare, is very unpopular. But instead of fixing these problems with the tax bill, Republicans are desperately trying to deny that they exist so that they can push it to the White House. And the big reasons they're trying so hard to pass this bill, despite its unpopularity, is because they don't want to anger Trump or their wealthy donors. But facts are facts. This bill will literally make the rich richer at the expense of the poorest Americans, furthering the wealth gap in our country. On the other hand, if the rich were actually to pay their fair share, we could make some real progress. Trump's $600 billion in tax cuts for the ultra-wealthy could end homelessness in America 3 times over. It could also fund universal healthcare for children 4 times over. It could also go toward building 3 million homes for veterans. This tax bill isn't a done deal yet. It's being debated in the Senate right now. Voters who have an opinion on this bill are encouraged to call their senators and let them know their thoughts, so that the senators know where the people stand when they cast their vote.